Welcome to the video demonstration on how to import customer locations. As you can see here, we have a list of sites from a customer called Fogo. First thing I recommend doing is importing the list, however they've sent it over, into the Google Drive, and then opening it up in Google Sheets. All right, there we go. So here's the list. First thing that I would recommend doing is considering how we're going to label the sites, the site name. Generally, we like to use the name of the company followed by city, state. So we're going to add a column down here for customer name because we're going to need that for the import. I'm going to show you a shortcut for how to get that in a minute. Oops, not customer import, customer name. There we go. Okay, so just like anything else, best place to go for any information TST is going to be the wiki. Search for new customer. And setting up a new client. Okay, you'll see right here, address codes, import tool. There we go. These two docs are what we need. First thing is we're going to download the template, and we're going to download right to Excel. And that opened up. All right, second thing we're going to do is we're going to open up that example client. Okay, you can see that I actually made this from that same customer we're importing now. Doesn't really matter. What we want to do though to get the site name is first enter the company name in its own column, and then add this concatenate formula to string together the company name, city, and state. If you're good with Excel or Google Sheets, you can do this without this formula to copy. But if you're not familiar with it, I would recommend just stealing it from here. Okay, so first thing I want to do is add the general company name, which in this case is Fogo de Chao, I guess. And then we're going to steal that formula. Doesn't matter if this said Nike or if this said McDonald's or whatever it is. This formula is going to bring it all together, and you just want to make sure that you grab the formula and drag it all the way down. And boom, there we go. Okay, so going back to our import sheet, anything that you want to enable editing first, enable content, anything that says true under default, or rather under required is going to appear. Anything under user optional that we put as true is going to also appear. Most of in the sheet, so some of these fields are optional. The only ones that I would add are phone one, so I would change that to true if I were you. And let me look and see if there's anything else. I guess I don't really see anything else that we absolutely need. If you had information like site contact or PO number or stuff like that, we could add that in a designated field. But the only one that I would make sure to customize like that is line 14, which is phone. I would change that to true. Okay, from here we're going to generate worksheet. And there we go. Here's your import tool. You can change the width of these. Don't change the order. Don't change the name. Change as little as possible. The only thing that I'd recommend changing is the width, just if it makes it easier to see them all. Okay, I'm going to slide that off to the side. And basically, I'm just going to copy and paste each of these into its own column. The first thing you're going to need is the company name, or the company code, rather. We're going to get that in just a minute. The address codes. We try to use the same coding system that the client has. Here's the site name. And the way that I describe the site name is what would be the sign in front of the place at the local level. We'd like to add city and state if we can because it makes it easier for our dispatch team to work with it. Okay, so we've got address, city, state, zip, phone. Hopefully it's in the same order. Address, city, state, zip, phone. Beautiful. We're just going to copy all these. Oops. There we go, city, state, phone. Good. Only thing we need is company code. So I believe the company code is Fogo, but let me check my email from Paul to make sure on that. You know what? Let's just say it's Fogo for now. It doesn't really make any difference for the purpose of this demo. Okay, so make sure that whatever company code you choose is already in the system. If it's new, you want to create it before you do this import. Okay, once you've got all those fields, good. Make sure they line up. You should have the same number of rows in each column. You know, this the name here should reflect the city and state that you mentioned there. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, so let's save this. And for simplicity, I usually just keep the same title of the thing. Or, you know, sometimes I'll call it just the company code import, just some name that you can recognize it. Okay, next thing you want to do is go back into field point. Import, and you should have an option for address import pop up. There we go. Search for file. This is when it comes in handy to keep the file name or something that you recognize because it's easy to do. I'm not going to do it because we already have these locations in the system, but all I need to do now is click upload, then click import. That's it, and all these locations will appear in the system. So that is your demo for using the address import tool. The most important thing to remember is where to locate the template, and that is in the wiki. Search for new customer, and then in the table of contents, you're going to see address codes import tool. Click there, and you'll have access to the template. All right, any questions, you're welcome to call me at extension 661. Thanks for watching this video.